Now, this is the best way to use the new core system. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman here, coming to you today with a core guide. So guys, CORES just dropped in the latest update. So here's the best know-how on how to use CORES, how to upgrade CORES, and each and everything in between. But before we get into CORES, guys, make sure you leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel out. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and all that other good stuff. Now, let's talk CORES. First and foremost, I do want to say you can get CORES in Workshop or Brilliant Light. So this is either going to be on Vulcan or Barn. You can get these on easy all the way to hard mode Vulcan, and then from easy to normal Barn as well. So they ended up taking out burning curse artifacts in Workshop or Brilliant Light, and now you can get these new power creeps, the CORES. And then as far as the CORES, guys, you can pretty much see the various different rarities when it comes to the CORES. We have the all legendary to the heroic or rare, just regular CORES, guys. And as far as CORES, there are 3 different types of CORES. There are the mind passive CORES, there's the body passive CORES, and then there are the spirit passive CORES. The spirit passive CORES, I find these to be more so recovery based, so these usually give you back some type of MP, some type of power gauge. The body passive CORES, these ones usually are going to give you some type of shield, some type of damage decrease. And then the mind passive CORES, this is going to increase your damage either for your Sun Jinwoo or your hunters. Speaking of Sun Jinwoo and the hunters, when it comes to CORES, guys, there are only going to be CORES that can be activated between a certain elemental hunter or Sun Jinwoo. So what do I mean by that? If we click this core, this one will only activate when Sun Jinwoo equips it. So that will differ between this one. This will only activate when a dark hunter equips it. So when you're building CORES, it's good to know which CORES you're building. Of course, if I'm building a wind core, I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm gonna put this wind core on my Sun Jinwoo. Sun Jinwoo right now has on a wind core equipped. This is not going to help him as far as the passive, but he will get the core stats. So guys, this is something to think of. Let's say I have a maxed out core right here. This one is a hunter mode or a hunter core, right? Now, keep in mind, you will get the core stats, so this is something to note if you do want to play with it tactfully and you don't mind getting the passives, but the substats are worth it. You can go ahead and equip a different core. So that's something to note. I probably won't do it like that, but the core that I do have right here, one of my first cores that I did max out, you can kind of see I'm getting an additional 2600 attack, 3100 critical hit damage, and now my Jinwoo has 34k attack, and that's just very, very, very broken, I must admit. So definitely that's something you can do with CORES. Now, of course, a core like this is probably better suited for the hunter I was actually using it on, which was Mirai. I put this core on Mirai because honestly, it was just broken. As she gets a freaking insane boost, she has 24k attack now, 50% crit, 200% crit hit damage. Guys, CORES are going to boost hunters and Sun Jinwoo immensely. Now, let's talk about CORES. Again, guys, you can unlock this in Workshop or Brilliant Light. Something to note with CORES, you can level up and enhance them. So before you can enhance them, you do have to level them up to the max. How you go about leveling up CORES? You level up CORES by consuming other CORES. So if I want to level up any one of my CORES, I had to consume various other CORES to do that. And through this, of course, you want to know which CORES you're salvaging. You don't want to just salvage any random core. Now, if we say what's the best CORES to use, or what's the best CORES you want to be using or saving, that will depend on whatever core section you're in, whether it's the mind, body, or spirit. If we're talking the mind passives, the best CORES here, I personally like Ancient Wrath just because of the passive. This one just basically increases attack, and if you get 2 good substats here on legendary, guys, you will have an insane core. Look at this one, 5%, and then the substat here is also attack. So imagine this one maxed out for Amamiya Mirai, maxed out MP consumption, maxed out attack, and she's gonna get a boosted attack. Guys, that's gonna be super crazy. Or let's say this one, this probably would be better for Mirai, because when she uses her ultimate skill, it's going to increase the critical hit damage of her basic skill by 20%. So this one is honestly chef's kiss for Mirai. Again though, I personally like Ancient Wrath. and Nameless Demon. Those are the only two that looks like right there. When it comes to these ones, we have Nameless Demon's Horn, and then we have Ancient Wrath right hand. I personally like Nameless Demons just because when you use your ultimate, it's gonna give you a shield, so I just prefer that one. And then as far as this one, we have Nameless Demon's Magisphere, and then we have Ancient Wrath's Mana Power. And then the one between these, honestly, I probably like this one, the Nameless Demon's Magisphere, because when you use your ultimate, you're gonna get a little bit of MP back. So now that I know which ones that I like and which ones that I don't like, I can just go ahead and filter out and delete the ones that I don't like. So let's say I wanted to enhance, or I wanted to get, let's say this core leveled up. I want to filter now. I can filter through pretty much any ones that I want. Let's say we said Ancient Wrath's Power was the one I didn't like. We're gonna select all of those, and then we're going to salvage those up. And then after we salvage those up, you wanna get to level 10. You can't enhance until you do get to level 10, so that's something to note. And then we're going to salvage the right hand as well. We said we didn't like those. Let's see what else we can do. We're at level 8 still. We're gonna salvage a bit more until we get to that level 9. And then you can go over the maximum, so you don't want to do that too much, but that is just something that you might be able to do. The maximum has been exceeded. Those points will disappear. Just click continue. And now we have leveled up our core from level 1 to level 10. Now that we've done that, like I said a little bit earlier, now here's where we can do that enhancement. From enhancements, guys, this changes up a bit. It's not like artifact enhancement where there's a chance that it might enhance. This will actually enhance. So when you attempt to enhance a core, one of its 2 stats will be selected at random to enhance. And once a stat reaches a specific limit, it can no longer be enhanced. So if you didn't notice, when I leveled up my core, or when the leveled up finished, the stat enhancement level also changed. So my attack went all the way up to 21%, and then my MP consumption reduction went all the way up to 1311. So now each and every time I enhance, and then to enhance, you need the solidified stones. You will also get this in Workshop Rebellion Light. I enhanced a bit on stream, so I don't have any more of these, but I will say I played Workshop about 15 times and I got, I think, 12 of these in total. So these will be hard to come by initially to start, but when you do enhance, it will randomly choose one of these substats and enhance that as you see fit. Now, like I said, guys, when it comes to cores, you can pretty much throw them on any hunter that you want. Now, of course, you want to be mindful in the sense that we want cores that are for Sun Jinwoo to go on Sun Jinwoo, and we want cores that are for specific elemental hunters to go on specific elemental hunters. Now, like I did mention a little bit earlier, if you do want to change up your, if you just want something to power creep, or if you just want an increase of your attack, HP, defense, yada yada yada, you can just put on a Sun Jinwoo or a hunter core on a different Sun Jinwoo or a hunter. Let's say like Mirai here. Again, this one's super good for Mirai. So let's say I want to change it up. I want her to have a bit more MP reduction and some more attack. We can go ahead and switch these cores and throw that on Mirai. And then now she's going to have something looking a little bit like that, which again is just insane. Seeing Mirai with this high attack is just crazy for my character specifically, because I've never seen Mirai above like 22,000 HP or 22,000 attack. And now she easily just has 24,000 attack, guys, and I barely change anything. And this is just from a core, right? And it's not like we're gonna change cores. And what I do love with cores is that it doesn't cost to unequip it. It doesn't cost to change it. If you change your core, it's not permanent. So we have a lot of rooms to make mistakes with these new core system. So guys, what do you think of the new core system? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.